God can do a miracle through anything, even chickens.
So, Grandma, what's the greatest miracle God ever did for you and Grandpa the 50 years you guys were preaching? Well, this might sound like a small miracle to some people, but it was big for us at the time, she said. She said, we woke up one morning, they had no income from preaching. They just preach on the street out of Bible college and believe, just trust God. So she said, I woke up, there was no food for breakfast. So she said, I got ready to pray. And all of a sudden, what does the Bible say? Trouble chases sinners, blessings pursue the righteous. She said, before I could even get one word out, I saw chickens marching down a hill. They're living in West Virginia towards our house. 21 chickens. So, normally chickens aren't on the move. They keep them in a pen. So she said, I watched them. They're walking in a straight line, came down the hill on our property, took a turn, and all 21 went in the shed. So she said, I followed them in the shed to see what they were doing. All 21 chickens laid an egg. She said, I gathered all the eggs in a basket. Then the chickens went back up the hill. She said, I followed them up the hill. They all went back about a quarter mile up the hill to the pen they came from. And my grandma's super honest. She knocked on the door. Lady answered, hey, can I help you? She said, your chickens got loose and they laid eggs on my property. I wanted to know if you'd like them. The lady said, those can't be our chickens. My husband hates those chickens. Ever since he's bought them, they've never laid one egg. My grandmother told her, we don't even own chickens. She said, I promise you they're yours. She said, if they land on your property, you can keep them. For the rest of the time that my grandparents lived there, those chickens, every time they started to get low on eggs, the chickens would come back down the hill, go in the shed, and lay eggs and leave. My grandmother never had to clean up after them. She never had to feed them. She never had to build a pen. Just collect the blessing.
This proves God can do a miracle through anything, even chickens. The blessing of the Lord is upon the righteous. Are you hearing Pastor Jonathan Shuttlesworth? He's preaching about in their years, his parents' years of their greatest miracles was chickens coming to lay eggs. If God will do that for them, how much more will he do for you? Subscribe or follow right now to learn more about Jesus.